A new school year means a fresh start. For families that are looking for a new path to help their child succeed, K-12 could be the perfect fit. K-12 powered schools offer tuition-free, accredited, online public education for students in kindergarten through 12th grade. They know learning isn't one size fits all and will meet your child where they are. K-12 has been a leader in online education for over 25 years. They provide everything a student needs to feel safe, motivated, and thrive in their learning environment. With flexible education options tailored to each child's needs, interests, and goals for the future. K-12's dedicated teachers are trained in virtual instruction and provide real-time support. Plus, students will belong to a vibrant online community with opportunities for extracurricular activities to help them connect with peers and explore interests, all in a setting that works for your family. See how K-12-powered schools can help unlock your child's full potential. Enroll online today at k12.com/FWD. That's the letter K, the number 12.com/FWD. K12.com/FWD.
Yay Networks.
Welcome to another episode of A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. I'm Kellie Raspberry Evans, along with my podcast partner, my spokesmodel partner, my husband, Alan Evans.
Hey, Trade in the house.
Alan and I had a little side hustle we did today, a little side gig. We worked together.
We did.
We did. We had fun, didn't we, honey?
There was a company that swung by, or can we mention their name?
I don't know why we shouldn't or couldn't.
Santa.
It's an app. It's not available everywhere.
Hashtag not
yet.
an ad.
Hashtag this is not an ad.
This isn't an ad, no.
But they pay
Santa.
us to do an ad for them.
Yes.
Anyway, it's just something we did today. It's a truck that's filled with like all these goodies. They come to your neighborhood and let you know when they're in your neighborhood, and you get to shop off the truck. And they test marketed it in Plano and Frisco, Texas first, and now they're starting to expand. So anyway, they came out today because so many of our podcast listeners and my Kid Craddock Morning Show family listeners,
nationally syndicated,
they would see me pop up on the Santa app ads on their TikTok or on their Snapchat or whatever ads they pop up playing video games or whatever, phone games on their phone. And they would tag me and say, "Oh, Kellie, that's you. Well, Santa app saw all that. Mm-hmm. And they said, let's use you again." So that was great. And then they asked if Alan could do it too.
It was fun.
The first male spokesmodel.
My curated items were very manly. Oh,
they were
so manly. They brought me.
Let them be surprised when they see the ad.
Okay,
we don't want to spoil
don't
everything.
Spill the beans. Let me just say they're 4 of the most manly items I think you could give a guy.
Possibly so.
Right?
We can talk about it later when the ad hits the air. But happy. Well, we're recording this on Groundhog's Day. This is going to be played, the day after Groundhog's Day. 6 more weeks of winter, hon.
Did Puxtatawny Phil? Did he see his shadow?
He did see. I don't remember if he saw it or not, but whatever he did, it was 6 more weeks of winter. I think he did see the shadow. And they say that Puxtatawny Phil is right less than 40% of the time. But it's tradition, right? It's fun. So who cares, really? Basically, you could hold up a stick, and if you see the shadow, 6 more weeks of winter. It's just about the gopher. Or the groundhog.
The gopher?
The groundhog. Yeah. And somebody said, we talked about this years ago, and I vaguely remembered, this used to be some sort of festival where after the groundhog would or would not see his shadow, they would eat it. They'd roast it and eat it. Am I wrong or right on that? I don't remember.
I don't know, but home sliced, I don't eat rodentia. Out. Anything that
would
has...
you eat a rabbit?
Anything that... No!
Is a rabbit a rodent?
No, I think a rabbit's isn't a rabbit a lagomorph?
You eat a squirrel?
Like Negative. Nothing that has those teeth that are used for gnawing would I eat. Negative.
You eat pig. Pigs gnaw.
Well, that's different.
Why is it different?
You eat bacon, right?
Yeah.
Well, so do I.
But you're saying you won't eat things that gnaw.
Name a food that's made out of squirrel.
Squirrel.
How do you prepare it?
Stew.
Squirrel stew.
My mother, I've told you this before, used to eat squirrel. My daddy boy would make squirrel stew, and you would leave the head in. And the big deal was you'd crack the head open with the spoon and eat the brains. And then my mother got old enough to realize what was happening, and she refused to do that anymore.
Very Indiana Jones.
And that's what they did.
What was that song I was singing about Daddy Boy just 2 days ago?
You were singing Danny Boy. Danny Boy, the Irish song.
How's it go?
Oh, no, you were singing Chumbawamba, but you were changing it to, oh, Danny. You were saying Daddy Boy. But
Oh, yeah.
Danny
Oh,
Boy.
Daddy Boy. Daddy Boy.
It's Danny Boy.
Daddy Boy.
I get knocked down, but I get up again. You ain't never going to keep me down. It's Chumbawamba.
Down. Yeah, but I was singing Daddy Boy.
Yeah, why were you doing that?
Because you said Daddy Boy.
Oh, that's why you did it. Okay.
Yes.
Well, that's that. My daddy boy passed away when I was an
Whoa.
infant, so I never really, I met him, but I don't remember.
I didn't. Man, no. I got tense there for a minute.
What?
I didn't want to be singing about Daddy Boy.
No, Daddy Boy. I wish I would have known him. My mother has wonderful stories about him. My Daddy Boy was he worked a farm. He was well off, I think. I don't know. I didn't really ask my mom too much about his, but I think they did well. And he had been working out in the fields or yards or something one day, and he got really overheated. And he had a heat stroke, we think, and he went to bed, and I have to get my mother to tell it because I'm telling it all wrong. Mm-hmm. But while he was in bed, he opened his eyes, and he looked up, and these 3 shadowy figures, these black shadowy figures with no faces. They were like wearing these like veiled hoodie kind of like cloak things. They entered the room. And he said he was just lying there, and he wasn't afraid, but they got right over him, and one of them got right down in his face and shook its head no and stood up, and they all walked away. And he told my family about it, and I think he was dead, my mom said, like a week or 2 later.
Sounds like he had a Jedi intervention.
Sounds like it was the angels of death.
He saw visions of Jedi.
Angels of death visited him, and it wasn't quite time yet. Came back a little bit later.
When things are grim, be the Grim Reaper. He should have looked back up at the Grim Reaper and said, "Get the hell out of my face."
The Grim Reaper
Go back home.
Grim Reaper said it wasn't time.
Yeah.
Anyway, you know what I also discovered today, because it keeps popping up on like whenever I open my phone, that the Chinese New Year just started. February kicked off the new Chinese New Year.
Chinese New Year, huh?
Yes.
Well,
and this year is the year of the tiger.
So they're celebrating the New Year in China.
No, it's like the lunar year. It's not the New Year, it's the lunar year.
Oh.
Right? It's the
Chinese Lunar Year.
We're entering the year of the tiger, and it starts February 1st.
Year of the Tiger.
So, yeah, it is the Chinese New Year. And the Persian New Year, I know, is the first day of spring. So that fluctuates.
Okay.
All right. So
the Filipino New Year is January 1st.
Well, the year of the rat was in 2020, right? The year of the ox, 2021. They said the year of the rat, 2020, was about survival. The year of the ox, 2021, was about anchoring ourselves in a new reality. The year of the tiger, 2022, is going to be about making big changes. This is the year for taking risks and adventure. They said we're finding enthusiasm again for ourselves and for others. Everybody's fired up. Generosity at an all-time high. Social progress feels possible again. The tiger is associated with yang. There's a yin and a yang. And the yang is masculine, active energy.
We're fine. Let me read that again. We're finding enthusiasm.
Yes.
Everyone is fired up.
Fired up. I told you my word for the year
and
is
social
motivated.
Progress feels possible again.
Right. We're just starting to get social again.
Oh, okay.
You wouldn't probably.
Well, I'm trying to poo-poo this because I always take the other side just to be that guy.
The devil's advocate.
Right, just to be that guy.
Or / jerk. Same thing. Devil's advocate is a jerk.
There's an on-podcast clap. No, I was going to say that maybe this is correct because I was in Starbucks and I engaged.
I know,
with the
honey.
lady that had the parrot on her shoulder.
Things are changing. It's the year of the tiger.
Maybe there's something to this. Social progress feels possible again.
How about that, Alan? You're buying in.
Did you just frog my shoulder? Kelly just hit me.
I was just like giving you a attaboy. That was an attaboy.
That was an attaboy. You frogged me.
Is that a frog?
Well, you frogged me. You hit me.
I didn't know that was called frogging.
Yeah, like when you're in school, you give somebody the frogs.
Never heard that before.
You never heard that?
No.
You ended the last podcast by waving your pim pam strong, and
No,
you've begun this podcast by frogging me.
I was not waving my pim pam strong. I was trying to prevent you from hitting my eye, which was injured seriously.
How was your eye?
No, you always go for the wrong one. Please leave me alone.
Okay.
All right. Also, this week was National Unclaimed Property Day.
I heard about this.
This is a big deal. There's now in Texas, I'm assuming it's the same in every state, but in Texas, where we live now,
the great state of Texas,
the website is claimittexas.org.
God's country.
Try claimittlouisiana.org. I don't know what it is in your state.
Claimittexas.org.
Try claimittSouthCarolina.org. Try claimittmontana.org. I don't know for sure. But in Texas, no, I'm just telling you where to look.
Okay.
Maybe you could just look up, DuckDuckGo it, unclaimed property, and fill in the blank with your state. But in Texas, it's claimittexas.org. And here's the thing with this. For years, for 2 decades, every time this rolls around, I get inundated with messages. Kellie, you've got $135 unclaimed. And for years, I didn't know what to do about it. I finally tracked down like somebody in the state capitol. I was like, I just need to find out what this $135 is. It's not life-changing money, but it's kind of annoying to know that it's just out there, sitting there. The state's holding on to it, and it's mine.
And it's yours.
Come to find out, they'll tell you what it was from. That $135 was from an insurance policy I had, but the agent, that he had gone out of business.
Right.
And because so many years had passed, I didn't have any of my paperwork to prove that, yes, I was Kellie Raspberry and I didn't have, she even told me, she said, it's when you lived at this address. I said, yes. She said, do you have anything to prove that you ever lived at that address? Anything? I said, I don't. It's been so many years.
I love when they ask you for a water bill.
Anything.
Do you have
a
water
nothing.
bill? Well, no, I don't have a water bill on me.
So for eternity, until maybe there is a statute of limitations with that, and then Texas says they're never going to get it, that is just going to sit there, $135. It says that the current holdings of the state of Texas, this is Texas alone, in unclaimed property, $7 billion plus.
That's a lot of dang property.
Over $7 billion are sitting there.
That's a lot of property.
But listen to this, Alan.
What if some of it's mine?
People look out of curiosity. You can plug in any name. You don't have to have like somebody's social security number or anything like that, just to plug in a name and see if they're owed money. So I stopped looking because I knew it's $135. It's $135. I never looked again. About 2 years ago, approximately, my brother said, Kellie, go to claimittexas.org right now, get your money. I was like, Ryan, it's $135. He said, no, it's not. It was thousands of dollars. Thousands. And I'm like, what the heck? But I got so lucky. I don't know. It's probably not a great time to do it because it is Claim It Week. So everybody's on the phone. But I got with some wonderful woman who talked me through this system. And it was some sort of insurance thing where we went temporarily at work. We went from a PPO to where you fund it yourself. What is that called?
Like an HMO.
An HMO. Is that where you put your own money in? And it's
FSA.
It's a spending account.
FSA.
Yeah, a spending account
Flexible
where the money just
account.
sits there.
Right.
And you add to it if you ever want to like save up for a surgery or something, right?
Yeah.
And so
things that you can't use your insurance for.
Right. So I had been putting extra money in. It was a time when we were doing like Dish Nation and stuff. So I had some
Nation.
Yeah. So I had some extra cash. So I'm like, you know what? In case if I get in a car wreck or something, insurance is only going to pay so much. I need to have this flexible spending account. And so I had put a few $1,000s away. Dumb Kellie Raspberry didn't know that when we went back to PPO or whatever with our company, I just assumed, I don't know what I assumed. I just assumed that money was somewhere, but I never did anything about it. And it just been sitting there waiting for me, Alan.
Sometimes in flexible spending accounts that I've had, you have to use it.
I don't know what we had.
If you don't use it, then
you lose it.
You lose it. But it sounds like in
money
yours.
I put in.
Right. Well, you always put the money in.
But I think a flexible spending account, maybe use it or lose it, is when your company puts it in. Maybe that's the difference.
Yeah.
Maybe they get the money back. Or
if you're in HR and you know the difference between a PPO, an HMO, and a flexible spending account,
oh boy, that would be an
please
interesting
email us at
podcast.
podcast@kellyanallen.com.
But my point is, I would not have known if it wasn't for Ryan Raspberry. Thank you, Ryan, my brother. I did not give him a cut. I did not give him a piece of that.
You didn't peel off 10% for the big guy?
No, because I'm a very generous gift giver. He owed me.
Speaking of owed you, so you're talking about this little $135 or whatever.
It's just sitting out there. I can't get it.
I know people that owe you thousands. When are we going to get some of that?
Honey, some things you just have to write off.
Am I going to need to put somebody in a
lesson?
Am I going to have to put somebody in a full Nelson?
No, some of it's just a life lesson.
And frog them to death?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Let's just say I could probably pay for Emma Kelly's college education with some of the money that's owed to me.
I'll tell you when the personal loan stopped. Kellie Raspberry stopped giving personal loans. When did that stop?
When I married Walter Allen Evans.
July 1, 2017.
I don't know. I've always felt like, I've been very, very blessed. I really have. And I know, I'm very blessed. I have a wonderful career and I've put in the time and the effort, and it's just, God's been very, very generous with me.
Mm-hmm.
And so when people would come to me and say they needed help, I felt like I was obligated to do that.
Well, there's a difference, I think, between when someone says they need help and you help somebody and when somebody says, hey, I need a loan and I'm going to pay you back. There's a difference.
But what if they say they're going to pay me back and they don't?
That's what I'm talking about.
But see, I never got anything in writing. And even if I did, would I don't know.
You just didn't have an a-hole in your life. And after you got married,
I know.
You got the biggest a-hole in your life.
I have a really hard time saying no. Now, this does not, now listen, everybody listen to this podcast. That doesn't mean y'all need to be slipping into my DMs and emailing me asking me for money.
You can slip into Kellie's DMs.
Because Alan's going to say no.
She's going to forward all those to me. Yeah. And then I'm going to take care of it.
I just don't know how to say no nicely.
Oh, I do. No. It's very simple. No.
So if there are certain people that would come to you and you would give them money, though.
Yeah. I'm being tough, guy.
I was always Oprah Winfrey, I think. I don't know who said it.
Wait a
Maybe
minute.
it was Oprah. I quote people sometimes. I
You're
can't
quoting
remember.
Oprah?
I think it was Oprah that said, I think it was her, that you never loan money you can't afford to give away. Because the thing about loaning money, in my experience,
You're never going to get it back.
Yeah, you're never going to get it back. I remember one time a guy paid me back, and when he was asking me, it was like an ex-boyfriend, and I was like his last resort. He was short on rent, and tearfully and embarrassed, he asked me, and I was like, I know I'm not going to ever see this money again, and he paid me back. It took him a few months, but he paid me back, and I was like so happy, and I respected the hell out of him for that because, I don't know. In my experience, whenever they come to you and they're so embarrassed to ask for the money, right? They're so embarrassed and they're in tears usually because it's embarrassing. And you feel bad and you give them the money and it's like, and they're promising they'll pay you back in 2 months. They just need to get to payday and then catch up a little bit. So 2 months pass, 3, 4, 6 months pass. And if you ever say something like, hey, it's awkward conversation. They had no, wasn't that hard for them to come ask you for it, but for you to ask for, hey, are you thinking about maybe paying me back? What happens? They get mad at you.
But see,
they get mad at you for wanting your money back.
This is the difference between you and I. You know how to avoid all that awkward conversation?
Never loan the money.
Here's what I say. No.
Well,
but Alan, no. It's 2 simple letters, N and O. Whether you spell it N, O, or O-N, it's no. Well, actually, O-N spells on. No.
It's not that simple.
Just like that.
It's not that simple.
Actually, I'm doing a bit.
I know you are because it's not that simple.
Because one time I did have to borrow money, or I needed a loan, and I promised said person I would pay them back. Paid them a little bit back, but then one day somebody came to me, same person, and said, hey, can you help me out? And I said, yeah, absolutely. Because I never paid you back.
They forgotten?
No, I don't think they had forgotten.
The only time Now, I may be wrong, but I think the only time I ever asked somebody to bail me out was my daddy. I got a credit card. And when you're in college and you get a credit card, you're learning how that works. It's not real money, right? Because you're just charging. And I remember the very first month for my credit card payment, I forgot to make it and I was late. It was like a week late. And in my payment, I wrote an apology letter. That's how naive I was. But I wrote, I am so sorry. I did not mean to miss this payment. I just forgot. I've never had a credit card before. Please, don't be mad at me. I don't even remember what I said, but I included an apology note in my credit card payment. So I'm living. So a little bit goes on. I get an apartment. I'm just using the credit card. I get a little bit above where I should be. And I finally went to my daddy and I said, Daddy, if you bail me out this one time, I promise you, I will never ask for another dollar again. And he did. And I've never gone back to him for money again. I just wanted to say that. And yet people owe me money. And I'll never see it again. Yeah. All right, listen. We got some business to get to, and then we're going to get back to more of this podcast. I had no idea we were going to go there. That wasn't like on the schedule or anything, but there it went, right?
Yep.
Seasons are changing. We just got hit with a winter blast in Texas. It's so cold. All you want to do is cuddle up in front of the fireplace.
I thought it was the bomb cyclone vortex.
I don't know what it is. But listen, even though it's cold outside, we're not wearing, sleeveless tank tops and, short shorts going out. But listen, you still want to take care of yourself. I still like to sit in a hot bubble bath, and I like to get my Billie razor out and glide it over my legs, because there's nothing more soothing and relaxing than those freshly shaved legs slipping into your sweatpants or slipping into fresh bed sheets right out of the dryer. Billie is the best razor for women at half the price you would expect to pay, because there's no pink tax, no visit to the drugstore, there's no irritation no matter what. And yes, it is cold outside, and because of that, usually because you're using hotter water, you're in the heat all the time, your skin dries up. But that's really another reason why I love shaving with my Billie razor, because they are super moisturizing and they help detoxify your skin with a built-in 360-degree charcoal shave soap. Billie is crazy affordable with their starter kit. It comes with the award-winning razor, 2 precision 5-blade refill cartridges, and their cult favorite magnetic holder. Billie is on Nylon's beauty hit list, and Allure called them the smoothest shave ever. I love my Billie razor, and honestly, I think it gives me such a close shave. I can go a little longer between shaves. And you know what? If you don't feel like shaving, that's fine. You don't have to. If your man doesn't care if you get a little stubbly, that's fine. But when you want a close shave and you want the best shave that's going to last, check out Billie razors. We love them in my house. My daughter does too.
I like the close shave. So don't suffer another second paying a pink tax for a bad shave. Go to mybillie.com/lovin' to get the best razor you will ever own while supporting our show. Billie is half the price of other razors, plus free shipping always. Just go to mybillie.com/lovin'. Spelled mybillie.com/lovin'. That's mybillie.com/lovin'.
Yeah. All right, let's shift gears. I've talked too much about
Billie.
I've talked too much. What did you? I know you wanted to read some listener.
I eat too much.
Well, you just
I drink too much.
Yeah,
too much.
You just had a very hearty dinner. The first when it gets cold, what does Kellie Raspberry
Kellie
Evans
Raspberry makes the densest. It's good.
I make some chili,
but it is so dense because it's bean intensive, it's onion intensive. And this time, Kellie Raspberry went with the Nolan Ryan chili meat, ground beef.
It was on sale.
It was good.
Good. Only Ryan doesn't make good beef.
It was good. Oh, we love Big Tex.
We love you. So I made a big pot of chili, and my chili is it's never the same twice. I thought I had a can of corn I was going to stick in it, but I didn't. But tonight I put in a can of mushrooms. I put in black beans and red beans. I noticed the
mushrooms tonight.
You like mushrooms?
I do like mushrooms.
You like them in the chili, okay? It's sort of like, it's like a mix of chili spaghetti sauce minus the pasta. But I like it.
It wasn't super tangy this time. Sometimes when you make it super tangy, it is a little spaghetti sauce like. But tonight it wasn't.
I put more chili powder.
Chili
in
powder,
tonight.
yeah.
And garlic salt. And garlic.
You didn't do too much garlic salt because it didn't choke me.
But
the saltiness didn't choke me.
I did 3 of the those frozen little garlic pellets you can put in the freezer. I put 3 of them in there tonight.
Bouillon cube?
They're like frozen little garlic cubes.
Oh, we have bouillon cubes.
I didn't use those.
My mother used to put a bouillon cube in everything.
Yeah. So anyway, Alan had chili and you had some delicious sausage.
I did. I had sausage that one of our very, very best customers sent us. Yeah, it's called soupy sausage.
Soupy. I've never heard of that.
I've never heard it either.
It must be a regional thing.
But let me read this letter from Michelle and Dave. Dear Kellie and Allen, thank you so much for reading our letter on the podcast last week. At 6 o'clock the following morning, I had a DM from a high school classmate stating that she heard my name on the podcast and wants to know when you're coming to town. We would be honored to have you stay at our place should you decide to travel north. Now, just as a reminder, this was the couple from Rhode Island.
Yay! We got a place to stay in Rhode Island now.
The only caveat is that we have a German Shepherd.
That's caveat. Just in case people think you don't know how to read a word.
You know, I have 2 college degrees.
Caveat.
The only caveat is we have a German Shepherd rescue puppy, and Alan has made known, in the same podcast no less, his fear of big dogs. Brody's only 6 months and 53 pounds and has a sweet personality.
We might have to stay at the Verbo down the street.
Yeah, I've heard that about German Shepherds before. If you make your way to Westerly, we'll treat you to a dinner at the Ocean House. Dime.
Yay!
He said dime. She said dime. And give you a tour of our oceanfront community, which also includes Stonington, Connecticut.
Stonington, maybe?
Stonington. We're only an hour and a half from Boston and a little over 2 from the coast of Maine.
We could do, like, if I could ever get that. Oh, but by the time I get off work for like an extended period of time, it's the dead of winter, and you don't want to go up there the dead of winter.
Please let us know if you enjoyed the soupy. We sent you the mild, but there are also sweet, hot, and very hot versions. It pairs well with cheese and crackers and a bottle of wine.
Alan absolutely said as he's eating it, this would be so good on a charcuterie board.
I did. Warm water helps remove the casing, and it's best when it's sliced thin. Enjoy. Love you both desperately, Michelle and Dave.
You burping up soupy? What are you doing? Is it the chili or the soupy?
Too much chili. Well,
yeah. So
maybe too much soupy too. I had chili and soupy.
Yeah.
But see what Dave said and Michelle said? They said slice it thinly. So Kellie,
I didn't read that.
She cuts off like
a chunk.
Dave and Michelle. She cuts off, I'd say, a 3-inch piece of soupy for me.
It wasn't 3 inches.
And sets the block, not even on a plate, just sets it on the counter next
now,
to
you know, this is a man telling how big it was. It was approximately an inch.
Clap. Next to my bowl of chili. So I'm like, babe, how am I supposed to gnaw into this
I said,
thing?
just bite into it.
And I said, well, it has the casing on it. They said soak it in water.
So I didn't feel like soaking it, so I just got the knife and peeled off the casing.
Yeah, so Kellie...
For that bite.
So Kellie peels off the casing, and then I gnaw into the soupy, and I'm like, I don't think this is how you're supposed to eat it. So I went over to my brand new palm cutting board that I got at the swap party, leftovers.
This was something that Dean had swapped, and Alan, we were taking
love
everything
it.
to Goodwill, and he's like, wait, what is this?
Oh, it's great.
It's a gigantic, you remember the Palm restaurant? They have dishware and serving pieces, and somebody brought this big serving cutting board, and Alan's like, that's mine.
So I took that 4-inch piece of soupy. What?
And you also got a big thermos.
Oh, the big Bubba
this is
thermos?
stuff that was going to charity.
The big Bubba thermos.
It's a big Bubba thermos.
Looks like I don't know, it's like probably, 2 liters or something?
It's a big thing.
Or like a
Anyway,
gallon or
okay.
something? Anyway, so I took the soupy over to the cutting board and cut me some thin slices of soupy. Oh.
After I soaked it in water
Good
for
stuff.
you. I did soak it in water for him.
Good stuff. Better than any mass-produced summer sausage.
Yeah. That's
Very
what I
good.
typically buy when Alan just wants a little something. I just get one of those random summer sausages in the bin at the grocery store.
Well, it wasn't real greasy like one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you, Michelle and Dave. Very, very sweet for you to send us that.
And thanks for the place to stay. Is that offer good for all of our podcast family? No, I wouldn't do that.
Maybe
to
someday we could do a summer vacation to in the north.
New England state. I would love that. I would love that.
Be a lot of sightseeing though. We wouldn't be hanging out at a beach, right?
Yeah, but everything's really close together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we had somebody from Philadelphia over today because we were doing the marketing thing for Santa, and she didn't get my joke. She said she was from Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And I said, born and raised? And she didn't.
I didn't get it either.
Fresh Prince?
I got it now that you said it was a joke. Philadelphia is where I had Scrapple for the first time.
And I asked her if she was from West Philadelphia. I don't think she got that either.
Yeah, I didn't get it either. Have you ever heard of Scrapple?
No.
So
I've heard of Scrabble.
The guy dated his father is like, you're going to have Scrapple. And they were all kind of giggling on like, I'll eat anything as meat. And apparently he said, I don't know if this is true or not, but this is the scraps that are left on the floor of the meat processing plant. Now that can't be true, right? Or can it? But anyway, that's what they told me it was. That's why they called it Scrapple. It was the meat scraps. And his mother fried it in like these little greasy fried patties. I love because everybody has regional stuff like the soupy and the Scrapple. You don't get that in other parts of the country.
Nope. Here's another letter. This one's from Elsie. Hello, Kellie and Allen.
Hello.
Sorry, Allen, but ladies first.
Thank you.
I just want to say thank y'all for helping me get through some tough late night feedings with my newborn, baby number 2. I've been listening to your podcast since the beginning. Good. This is one of your very, very best customers. I've also grown up listening to Kellie on the Kid Craddock Morning Show, nationally syndicated, since 1862. I'm still playing catch up on some podcast episodes, and I just got done listening to A Sandwich and Some Crying for the Cowboys.
Yeah, that wasn't too long ago.
I didn't realize how much I needed to hear that episode to help me through that tough Cowboys loss. Your 10 jokes from that episode had me laughing out really good. They were the chef's kiss good. You, good sir, have even gotten funnier over the last few podcasts.
Aww.
And sweet Kellie is just as amazing as ever.
Aww.
This is an I love me letter. This is the one you thumbtack to the wall. I love you both, and thank y'all for the awesome content. Love always, Elsie.
Thank you, Elsie.
P.S. I'm also sending a pic of your new and possibly your youngest fan, baby Elena.
Aww.
She sent me a picture. Very, very cute baby.
Aww.
In a yellow onesie. Very
so
cute.
cute. Man, babies are just the best, aren't they?
They're so little when you see them now.
Yeah,
when you hold a baby
I
now. I haven't held
know.
a baby. Gosh, I can't remember the last time I held a baby.
A member of our podcast family, I don't know if she wants us to be public knowledge, just told us that she's pregnant. I'm so happy and excited. A new baby to love.
Yeah. And speaking of babies,
We have to get permission before we can say
And
it.
speaking of babies, I don't want to, I'm not going to say too much. I'm just saying, keep listening to A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. Keep listening. Because we give away babies on this thing.
Yeah, we do.
We may be doing it again. I'm just throwing that out there.
We give away
I'm just throwing
the
that out there.
chance
Yes.
for you to hopefully
Yes.
have a baby.
Yes.
Coming soon.
Coming soon. This next letter is from Omar. Hello, Allen and Kellie.
Hello.
I've been listening to Kellie since she's been on the Eagle back in 1776.
See, I wasn't on the Eagle.
Somebody DM'd me today, and they said they heard you on the Eagle with Ben and Skin. Did you do something with Ben and Skin?
No. What happens is we're owned by a company called Clear Channel, and they own several stations in the market. So if I do a commercial for a company, sometimes this used to never happen, but the rules have changed. There was no way you'd ever hear a DJ from one station on another station. But now it's just, if I do a commercial for one company, it might be across several radio stations. So that's it. So I'm not on that station, but my voice is, right? Does that make sense?
Okay. So Omar says, I've been listening to Kellie since she's been on the Eagle back in 1776.
But I was never on the Eagle.
With that said, I'm just in shock that someone would let my man, Allen, A-Train, almost bleed to death after he banged his head on the cabinet corner. Why was Kellie playing Best Fiends?
I was on Twitter.
I'm glad he survived that tragic accident. The podcast would not be the same without him and his funny lewdness.
Who was that from? Omar?
Omar.
I can picture it now.
There's a P.S. here, too.
Oh.
P.S. Can y'all tell Big Al we don't need the same 10-minute intro explaining who he is and who his co-host is and only upload a 20-minute podcast? That's feedback for them, not me. Which podcast is that?
Well, I think they call it, I think they renamed it.
The Black Planter?
I don't think it's called that anymore.
How many podcasts has Al renamed?
Well, I think it's called like Three's. Is it called Three's Company or Three's a Crowd?
So wait a second. He started with, what was the one he started with?
Let's Be Single Together.
Let's Be Single Together.
But then he got engaged.
And then he did the Black Planter for, 3 episodes?
Yeah, but he doesn't really know what he's doing. So I think he ran out of steam on that.
Al never knows what he's doing.
Why are you being so mean to Al?
Because I love Al.
I'm the only one allowed to be mean to Al. But here's my thinking, Omar. Since you admire Alan's lewdness so much, how does this sound?
Lewd.
Alan and Omar, the podcast.
My man.
Y'all go do it and be as lewd as you want. And then y'all can badmouth your wives and women
We wouldn't do
who
that.
leave you bleeding to death on the kitchen floor
We wouldn't do that.
while we're on Twitter.
We wouldn't do that.
Y'all been, what are you saying? He just did it.
One of our very, very dear friends and best customers, Julie's Overalls, says that Big Al's podcast is a great podcast, but agrees with Omar 100%.
Well, y'all need to, with love, reach out to him and say
Al,
stop introducing.
Stop talking.
What is it called now? Is it
I don't know.
Well, they're in the chat room. They could tell you. It's like 3. It's something to do with 3 because it's him, his fiance Amy, and somebody else that I don't know. I don't know her, and I'm not trying to be mean. I don't know who it is. I think I might have met her when I was really drunk once.
What if Boss Man George knew this? Would he come unglued?
Knew what?
That Al does 10 minutes of intro and then 10 minutes of podcast?
No.
Maybe we should start doing that.
No.
Yeah,
no.
we'll start doing, instead of me just saying, "A train in the house," I'll do like 10 minutes, 20 minutes of who I am, and then we'll do 10 minutes of podcast. How do you think that'd go over?
I mean, you do you, babe. Why don't you do that with Omar?
A wet fart in church?
Every week, you and Omar can spend 10 minutes introducing yourselves, make a couple of fart jokes, and then say, sayonara.
You can't say that.
I don't say the F word, so you know how serious I am when I say that.
Unbelievable.
Can you believe that came out of my mouth so easily?
You know, it's funny you say that.
I hate that word so
I was
much.
in the kitchen this morning, and I've had my palm pooter out. I don't know if you noticed. It was on the kitchen counter.
I saw it. Yeah. Would you just stumble across it cleaning out
Well,
stuff?
I was in the closet, yeah, and I saw
It's
it.
a
And
sound, a thing he holds in his hand when he squeezes it. It makes toot noises.
Oh, guys, it'll make you split your side if you walk on an elevator with
It'll
me.
make guys
and
split their
and
sides.
you know I have it, but nobody on the elevator knows I have it, and then you're just like,
Why would you want people to think you're passing gas?
Because they don't know in an elevator who passed it. So it's so awkward, but it's so funny. Anyway, I had my palm pooter out, and I was trying to make Emma Kelly laugh before school.
Oh, good luck.
Very unsuccessfully, by the way.
Good luck.
And then I sent my friend.
What did she do? Well, just give me I know it's hard on the podcast to illustrate complete silence.
Well, imagine me standing on one side of the kitchen and her taking the furthest route around me to get to where she's going.
Yeah.
Yeah, like not even gonna get within like 6 feet of me.
Yeah.
Right.
You got cooties.
Exactly. So there was that. But then my magician sensei, David McGee, he's the one that used to do this at trade shows. He introduced me to this bit. And I would laugh so hard because he would get out there on the trade show floor and do it. And people would walk by him and, turn their heads. And it was like a candid camera thing. It was so funny. So anyway, I sent David a video of me doing the palm pooter for shits and giggles, just for old time's sakes. And he said, and then we got into a debate about which brand of palm pooter was the best one.
Oh, there's more than one brand?
Yes, he has one that's it's black and mine's clear. And he says he said, the one I have is better because it doesn't like deteriorate over time. And I said, well, mine gives a better like resonance and it's a better fidelity, I think. You know, it's a wetter sound. So we were going back and forth about that. And he finally said,
riveting text exchange.
Right. And I almost captured this and sent it to you.
Oh, I'm so glad you did.
But he said, I bet, this is David McGee. He said, I bet Kellie thinks you're a disgusting, vile human being.
Yeah.
And I said, David, Kellie won't even say the word fart.
And I just did.
And you just did.
I just
so
did.
that was what my long story was for.
Even I had that split second before I said it. I shouldn't say it because I hate that word. And if you've heard a previous podcast, it dates back to when I was in the first grade and my friend across the street, Denise Brown, said the F word. And I went home and I said it. And my mama got right in my face and put her finger right up to my nose and said, I don't want to ever hear that word come out of your mouth again. So in my mind, that was the F word. And I never said it. And I just did it for emphasis.
Oh, Emma Kellie, I said, did you think it was me, really? And she goes, well, no, I didn't think you just farted in front of me. She did say that.
Yeah, at least she got a reaction.
Yeah. I was doing a story and I didn't do that part of it, but she did say that. I said, did you really think it was me? I didn't think you farted right in front of me.
Oh my gosh. Nothing like a 15-year-old up in the morning getting ready for school.
Yes.
I'm sorry I can't be here for that every day.
Well, let's be real.
I will be here for that tomorrow, but their school's canceled. So ahead of this winter blast that Texas is giving, they're all so freaked out.
Babe. Bomb cyclone.
But you know what? It could be a great thing that they're doing it because, sometimes they do all these winter cancellations and nothing happens, but it looks like this one's going to be pretty bad because it's raining. It's already dropped below freezing.
Yeah, there's precipitation falling from the sky.
But babe, it's dropping below freezing. The roads are going to be iced over. Why are you being so negative about it?
I'm not. Who's being negative?
It's raining from the sky.
It is. There's precipitation falling.
The thing that got me was why they were canceling flights yesterday when it was 70 degrees. That's the thing about Texas. 1 minute you're sweating, and the next minute you're like freezing to death. It's
crazy.
You
really doing the bit where just wait 10 minutes and the weather will change in
It's
Texas?
True.
Are you seriously doing that bit right now?
But it's true.
Golly.
We need to wrap this podcast up.
Somebody give me
you're
I
not
need an antacid.
Exactly. You should not be doing the podcast if you can't control your belching.
What did you put in that chili?
Onions.
Did you sprinkle a whole bottle of belch powder in that thing?
I sauteed an onion. And I had one small one and one good size one, so I did both.
God, I'm dying.
Then I sauteed the onion first, and then I put in the 3 things of garlic, and then I put in 2 pounds of the chili hamburger. It was specially ground big. Nolan Ryan. It was on sale. Then I added.
It's not gentler on your stomach either.
Then I added ground pepper and some garlic salt. Then I added a can of red beans, a can of black beans, a can of chili tomatoes, diced chili tomatoes. I believe they were Rotel. I'm not 100% sure. I added a can of sliced mushrooms. And then I had a whole packet of chili seasoning, but that was only for 1 pound of ground beef. So I had a jar of chili seasoning, and I just did it to taste. I just kept shaking the chili powder in there. And that's literally all I put in it.
Well,
that's 100% of the ingredients I put in it.
Tie a string to my damn toe and tow me down to the Plano Balloon Festival.
You that bloated?
I'm so bloated.
That gassy?
I had to put a loose hoodie on.
Oh, man, Alan.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm sorry you feel that way. Well, we have a lot of other stuff that I wanted to get to.
There's more?
But, Alan, you're too gassy. It's just not even worth it. I'm glad I got it out. But I'm glad that we got out for everybody to go out there and claim your money if you have it in your state. Hopefully that motivated just to see if you've got anything out there. What I'd like to get to next podcast is our youngest son, Dylan. He's 9.
The Dillster.
And he wants to start earning an allowance. And he wants to do chores.
The Dillster wants to do some chores?
Yeah, he's like, first, he wants to build Lego sets for me and have me buy them from him.
Right.
And, I'm trying, what does he know? He did like all these elaborate Lego sets a few weeks ago.
And you
I was
pay
like,
what, $5?
I give you $5 for all. He'll start off with like $50 and I'll negotiate him down to $5 or something, just so he has a little money in his bank. But I was like, you know what? If you want to start doing some chores, we'll start paying you. And he jumped up and he went and cleaned the bathroom and he went and cleaned his room. So he did a few things like that. So anyway, we're going to talk about kids and chores and what's the right age to do it and how I am just a horrible mother because I can't, do as I say, not as I do, because I can't get Emma Kellie to clean her room. I give Emma Kellie an allowance and I say what I'm going to start doing now is every day you don't clean your room, I'm going to start taking $1 away, that kind of thing.
Oh.
But I don't follow through with anything. I'm the worst. But anyway, I hope I'm a good wife.
You're the best wife in the world.
I make some dense chili.
You make some really dense chili, but it's good. Every time I eat 3 bowls of it, so it can't be that bad.
You do eat an inordinate amount every time I make it.
I eat a lot of chili. I just eat a lot, period.
But why do you eat so much of it when I make it?
Because I'm in a bad way right now because I'm not eating a good enough breakfast. That's my problem right now. I start the day with a protein shake and coffee. Okay,
That's not enough.
I'm not real hungry in the morning, but if I do that, then I've got to get my calories in the rest of the day. At least my body's saying that. It's like, dude, you're not eating anything. What's the deal? So by the time we eat dinner, I'm starving.
Isn't the rule you're supposed to eat breakfast like a king?
Yes.
Is it lunch like a prince and dinner like a pauper?
Dinner like a pauper?
That's the key
What's
right there.
Pauper?
A poor person.
Whoa.
Isn't a pauper a poor person?
Whoa.
Why is that rude?
I don't know.
Why are you saying whoa?
Like a bum?
A pauper.
What's the difference between a pauper and a bum?
Oh my gosh, Alan, let me look up what pauper means.
Pauper?
I just know
I don't think we've ever said that word on the podcast.
A pauper.
Pauper? Pauper?
I'm typing my left hand. I'm not a left-handed person.
Pauper. Why are you going to pauper.com?
I went to pauper.com.
Why did you go to pauper.com?
I don't know.
There's porn on your screen. Why is there porn on your screen?
I don't know why I did pauper.com. Pauper. Pauper, one who is extremely poor.
Okay.
One living on or eligible for public charity.
Okay.
A very poor person.
Okay.
A person entirely destitute of property or means of support.
So it could be a bum.
Particularly one who, on account of poverty, becomes chargeable to the public. Also in law, a person who, on account of poverty, is admitted to sue or defend informer pauperous. See, informer. I'm not looking up informer.
Good eye,
pauperous.
mate. Yeah.
So a poor person.
Okay.
So it wasn't offensive.
Okay.
So eat breakfast like a king, lunch like, or you want to keep it breakfast like a queen, lunch like a princess, and then supper like a pauper.
No, like an economically disadvantaged person.
Like a poor person. That's what you're supposed to do. Maybe try that tomorrow. Why don't you start with a big breakfast, a little lunch, and do a protein shake for supper?
I'll try that.
Go backwards.
When I was a kid, my grandpa would go see him in Atlanta, Georgia, and there used to be a chain called Po Folks. Remember Po Folks?
Yeah.
Yeah, Po Folks.
I forgot about that until
Po
you said
Folks
that.
still around?
I don't know.
We don't guess. We look it up.
I'm not
We've got
left-handed, so it takes me
right
a
here.
second.
Po
Folks
Don't
Restaurant.
go to pofolks.com.
I'm going to Po Folks Restaurant.
Po Folks Restaurant.
Yeah, pofolks.net.
It's still open.
It's an American family restaurant chain founded in 1975 in Anderson, South Carolina.
South Kakalaki.
Between 1982 and 1988, Po Folks was operated by the fast food chain Crystal.
That would have been when I was
Crystal Burgers.
in between 82 and 88. Yeah.
But it was founded in Anderson, South Carolina.
How
and
about
yes,
that? Ooh.
it is still
Kellie
there.
just put up a picture on her screen from pofolks.net, and it's catfish and corn and a baked potato, little coleslaw.
Hush puppies. Oh, fried green tomatoes.
Oh.
Fried okra. Locations. They're in Florida.
Oh, they're just in Florida now.
That's it.
That's
the only
it.
locations I see are all in Florida.
And they spell locations LOCASHUNS apostrophe.
Well, we're going to have to move to Florida. That's all there
The
is to
great
it.
state of Florida.
Yeah. All right.
All right, babe. Anything else?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Well, love you desperately.
I love you.
I love Po Folks desperately.
I guess I used to. I don't know.
I love our listeners.
remember.
desperately. But I'm sure we'll podcast again real soon. And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good. Have a good sandwich.